Well, that's working better so far.
Okay.
So maybe the link was broken for some reason.
Hopefully.
Hello,
There we
Vladimir.
go.
Welcome in. Okay, let's hope this works. Technical problems. Mercury's in retrograde. Gotta love it.
Oh, wow. Well, that's fitting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're doing just fine. It's just Mercury. Hi, Sean. Welcome in.
Hello. Hi,
Okay.
guys.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon where I am. Let's see. Oh, hello, kitty.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's fine.
She's so cute.
It's cute. What's its name?
Lucy.
Oh, her name is Lucy.
Uh-huh.
Wow, you know what's weird about that?
Huh.
I have a friend here. Hi, Sherry. That is about to lose, like maybe even already lost her cat of 21 years, and her name is Lucy.
Wow.
Strange.
Yeah, that is.
Gotta love those coincidences.
Yeah, it's my sister's cat. She just got it, but my cat's name is Mary. So when my sister's like, "What about Lucy?" I'm like, "Oh, Lucy and Mary. That's so cute." So,
That should be Lucy and Ethel.
oh, Lucy and Ethel. That's cute.
Oh, you don't know the show? There used to be a show called I Love Lucy. Lucy.
Yeah. I know of it. Oh, yeah, I know of it.
Oh, you know of it. Oh, well, Lucy's best friend was Ethel, and her husband was Fred, and so it was only the four of them really in the most of the scenes.
Oh, but wow.
We're talking about back in the 60s, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
to be fair, I don't know any TV shows other than like The Office and I don't know, some like comedies.
Gotcha. Hi, Jimmy Johnson. Happy Sunday to you too. Mm-hmm. Well, I can warn everybody, the astrology, I timed it as about 25 minutes. And I thought about shortening it, but there's so much going on. And because we're about to step into Aquarius again, you know.
Is Pluto going to Aquarius?
Well, not in this week, but with the moon and Venus and Saturn's really involved, and Uranus is so active this week. And if you're not aware, Uranus is kind of like Pluto. He kind of throws the ball to Pluto is what he does. Uranus is all about surprise. He likes to throw a lightning bolt into things, okay? So, yeah, we'll see. We usually go by who we're drawn to, and I try to make a list. So let's see. Vladimir, you were first. And then Jimmy, okay.
And when we do start doing the readings, guys, just kind of pop back in as a reminder. Because I myself, I won't, 25 minutes from now, I won't remember these names. And we won't know if you're still here. So
yeah, you need to be here to be read. I have a star on my end because I'm running the computer. I have a star next to your name, which tells me who's next, so to speak. Sean, I'm going to add you. You didn't ask, but just in case. Sherry, do you want a reading? Probably, or you wouldn't be here. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I just added you, honey. So it's supposed to, yeah, I did put everybody on a list. When we call you, you have to be here, number one. Number two, then I want you to type really fast if you have a question or if you want a general or if you want a love. And your sun sign. The reason I ask for that is inevitably, probably 95%, 99% of the time, Spirit will throw out a card that represents you. So if I know it's you, it helps the reading go better.
And then can I add to that, Bonnie?
Sure.
Something also, you guys, that will help is if you guys like are really open, like if you really open your energy and you're like, I really want to receive information, because the more open you are, the deeper we can usually read. And when you're kind of like skeptical and no, I don't know, and it's me myself, I can only really read at a surface level. So you'll get deeper insight the more like trusting and open you are. Just like
exactly. Sometimes I've had times where people were so closed I couldn't connect to their energy. And I will tell you if I can't. If I'm not getting anything, I'm not going to lie to you. So you have to be open and willing to hear what Spirit wants you to hear.
I had that at an event. I did about like 30 readings back to back, and there was one woman, but I think she kind of came as like, oh, I don't believe in this stuff. So she already was closed off, and I was just like, yeah, sorry, I don't.
You're too skeptical. You don't really want this. Yeah, I've only had that happen a couple times. And then I told the gal the last time it happened, I said, no, I can't connect. You're closed off. And so I told her, I said, if you really want this reading, you need to go center yourself and open up. Yeah. And if you do that, then I can connect. And then I connected. But,
and also I've learned that it's also like how much truth the recipient's willing to take. Because exactly. I have times where I'm doing like a really deep reading in a relationship, and then it's too real for them, and all of a sudden the channel just shuts off, and I'm like, oh, you closed up, didn't you? And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. Like, it's so cool, like how this works.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Can't even go there. Okay. And if I shut down, I will have to have taken a certain four-legged creature downstairs because she's already begging for food.
Oh.
So, well, that's okay. She's learned, how poodles get up and do this to beg.
Yeah.
Well, she's part poodle. She does that. It wasn't taught. That's just what she does. It's pretty funny. Wow. So
I did not know that was a poodle thing.
Yeah, I didn't either till this happened, because now she's got, the thing is, I'm thinking she's got what I call Shih Tzu legs. She's got the legs of a Shih Tzu because she's part Shih Tzu, and Shih Tzu legs are very sturdy. Okay. Shih Tzus are a little shorter, so they're very sturdy. So she can sit back up on her hind end and sit there for a long time. Wow. And so she'll sit here and do this forever. She's already doing it again.
That's so cute.
So she knows she's got to be quiet, but if she gets antsy, she'll bark. If that starts, I will take her downstairs. But okay, here we go. Anish, do you want a reading? I can always take you off. I just don't want to get behind here. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. She's a puppy. I didn't really want a puppy, but she's sweet, and she's just starting to get to where she's understanding things. She gets a little confused if I take her to my son's house because things are different there, Okay, I added you. What else can I say? She's right at my heels. Okay. Let me go ahead and get started with this astrology. if you can follow along, this week's astrology is really going to help you. Okay. Seriously, very serious. Okay. So it's about 25 minutes long. If you don't want to listen to it, you can go do something else. But if you're not here when we call your name, then you don't get your reading. You go to the end of the line, so to speak. Okay. All right. Let me find it here and go back to the beginning. Oh, don't even start this right now. See?
If you want to take her to the bathroom, I could do like a reading on someone.
Why don't you do that, honey? Because
Okay.
I just know where this is going to go.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right, Jimmy, if you are here, we'll go ahead and do a reading for you. Would you like a general or a specific topic? Okay, I'm also going to pull for Anissa. Anissa, are you here? Okay. All right, thank you, Jimmy. Okay. Okay, Jimmy, immediately what I'm getting is your guides, which are your spirit team, like your angels, they're encouraging you to just kind of relax and surrender. It feels like you are very overwhelmed right now. Like you have a lot that's going on in your life, and what is going on is causing a lot of negativity to be filled in your mind. So it's kind of like you're very overwhelmed, and your guides are just asking you to relax, loosen up. There are some emotions. It feels like this is surrounding love. Feels like it's surrounding love. It's definitely something that's very emotional. You have some like hidden emotions that are going to come up to the surface, and maybe that's some of what you're experiencing already. But things are going to get easier. Things will get easier for you. It's just a matter of working through this right now. Let me get like 2 more cards. So what you really want to do, I don't even need to pull anymore. What you really want to do, Jimmy, right now is just sit with your emotions. It does feel heavy, like you just have so much going on, but choose one and really sit with it, anchor into it, so that way you can work through it. Because when you work through it and you kind of like come to the conclusion of why this is here, you can then release it. So they really are calling for like stillness, surrender, and you to actually listen to like the emotional turmoil that you're going through. This will pass. It's just a matter of the healing process, and you're just kind of in that little like divot right now.
Jimmy, you need to listen to the astrology. It will help you understand why all of that is necessary. Okay, if you joined late, I'm going to read the astrology. It is 25 minutes long, but I couldn't pull any of it out because I had already condensed it. It was longer.
And Anissa, I'll read for you when we're done with the astrology.
Okay. All right. And you must be here for a reading. So if you don't want to listen to the astrology, you can tune out, go somewhere and come back. But it's really relevant this week. So I think it would help just about anybody. All right. This week, surprises are the unplanned teachers on our journey to self-discovery. This week is a full moon week, and the full moon is conjunct with Uranus. Conjunct means together. They're at the same place, okay? So it's going to bring a bit of an upset or unexpected surprises. It's not necessarily bad. There's a lot of energy to be grounded in. Like I said, Uranus brings unexpected surprises. It promotes change, like Pluto. Change is not always welcome. There can be a sudden revelation or an unexpected event coming into your life. Saturn brings that grounded energy. We also have Venus stepping into Capricorn. Capricorn is grounded, and that's getting us to be even more serious about commitments and the alignments that we are connected to. On Monday, the moon is in Pisces, so we're going to feel that vibration, okay? The moon is in water. We're a bit more emotional. Others might be a bit more emotionally drained or just need a lot of downtime. So some of you may be coming into Monday tired. I want you to see that on the other side, there is relief and alignment when we're working with the Pisces moon. One of the things that you can be doing is paying attention to where your intuition is, particularly heightened. Pay attention to spiritual practices that you have. Where do you feel like you're being guided to? Where are you feeling like you even need to take care of your health? Now, we got Venus jumping into the vibration of Capricorn. I got to remind you that Venus doesn't go get things, okay? Venus is about attracting. Okay, and that's really important to remember. We must attract it to us. What we think, what we say helps bring it to us. And we decide what has value. It's going to be a lot more grounded, a lot more serious. It's going to have the question of, does this have long-term benefit to me and to my plan? To myself, to my relationships, to my legacy? You're going to feel drawn towards things that are more solid in your life. Nothing surface value. You want to go deeper, something solid. Setting strong boundaries. I think we might see a lot more shifting towards not only transformations, and transformations happen, but there's we're going to see it in the global market. We may start to see that corporations, governments are starting to make more serious decisions about not just what is the value of finance, because we'll see that conversation going, but more how to restructure financial things. We're going to get ready towards the end of the day when we have a little bit of a void. A void is when the moon is in between signs, okay? Not in one, not in the other, but traveling two. This one's only 10 minutes long. It's at 11:13 p.m. and everything is Mountain Standard Time until 11:25. So it's only 10 minutes long. If you're awake, sit down. Don't start anything new. If you're a night worker, be careful. Don't start anything during those 10 minutes. If you start it during a void, it will crumble. Just forewarning, okay? At 11:26, we are going to see the moon shifting into Aries. As the moon rolls into the fire and energy, we have a surge of motivation, a surge of courage, a surge of, I got this. I am more independent. I'm ready. I'm motivated. I'm motivated internally and to move towards something. And we move from this really reflective internal kind of energy here into, nope, I'm an action oriented person. I'm going to get her done. I'm inspired. I'm ready to go. Some of the more challenging aspects that come with the moon shifting into Aries can be patience. I swear that's a lifelong lesson for me. Patience. Okay. We can be demonstrating massive amounts of impatience. We're not being assertive about boundaries, and sometimes we're flat out aggressive and doing things without having a thought about what's going to happen after we say or do this. So I caution you to pay attention. And sometimes, though, the experience is mostly emotionally discontent and bringing conflict and having to watch how you navigate that. Though there's relief and alignment that's available to you, one of the things you can do, first of all, if you have been feeling a bit indecisive about all sorts of things, felt like you were stagnant, I want you to know that this is definitely going to be helpful for you. We'll see more boldness, not just in our own lives and in our own energy, but certainly in the world at large. On Tuesday, Mercury is now in a square with Saturn. Now, I want you to remember squares can be difficult. They're what I call 911 aspects, okay? So, let's see what this one's all about. Our planet of the mind and thinking and how I make decisions, how I gather information is in a square to Saturn. Saturn likes to crystalline and bring structure. So, first of all, the square is, like I said, a 911 aspect. It's telling us we're going to get squished inside of a square. We need to do something. We need to take action so we don't get squished. It's also building tension. So, part of the tension can be maybe you're feeling like there's more mental blocks that are presenting themselves, and you're serious and you're thinking, or you're really serious in your communication, but you're feeling like it's not moving forward. It's not the solution. It's not presenting itself. So, what you need to know is Saturn gets involved, requires patience. This is the day and the aspect that requires patience. And you are going to be served very well to slow down and rethink the strategy that you're looking for. trust your intuition as to how the situation is moving. That intuit vibe will really help you navigate this. Think about where you might just be asked to look at it from a different perspective. Now, negatively, this is can have a negative impact. This can be a negative self-talk transit. Sometimes these can be a problem, especially if you're dwelling on a story over and over and over again. You're going to get stuck. Repeating the negative things to yourself, however, there will come relief in alignment with this as well. And that's going to come at it from a different perspective. Where can you look at this differently? Maybe what you're being handed is that you're trying to do something, or you're trying to go down a particular path, and you're just being handed a reality check that something about it is just not enough. It's not in alignment for you to move it forward. And instead of feeling bad, address the weakness, create your pivot. We've talked about how in the patterns, new moon, we set intentions. The first quarter, we're actively building. Then there's the full moon. The full moon is reflective, it puts all the light on it. That's when you pivot. Where is it that things aren't working? It's also where you start detaching from it. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, la 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 la. Sorry, I lost my place. On Wednesday and Thursday, we have the moon entering into a vibration of Taurus. Okay, so we're going to start to get some real grounding here, because the moon and Taurus are going to be emphasizing stability, being sturdy and enduring. We've got this really grounded, earthy vibration coming into our emotional lives. It's our emotions, the moon, but it's in earth. We are going to be encouraged to be more with your emotions. Taurus invites us to slow down, indulging your world, and take on maybe some creature comforts. What do you need to bring in that just makes you feel grounded, makes you feel good, makes you feel secure, makes you feel beautiful? The negative side of this is it can get you to be just lazy. You can refuse to budge and be stubborn. You're going to be like, no, what I think and what I want are the only right things. It doesn't matter that the world is changing around me. I'm not going with it. This is going to be really painful, and it can get really complacent. Now, really resistant. So just know, if this is the experience you're having, there's going to be some realignment here. Enjoy something simple. You haven't figured it all out. Maybe you're not fully ready for the future. Maybe you're not ready to change all of these things. Maybe you're even overwhelmed. That could just be the word. You're feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Take it slow. Slow down. One thing at a time, one moment at a time. Prepare for this full moon. The moon's movement in Taurus. We're going to see a lot more environmental issues also coming up. So just pay attention. On Friday, we've got two big events here. As high energy, pay attention to what's going on. First of all, we have Saturn coming direct. Okay, it's been in retrograde. Saturn coming direct in the vibration of Pisces. Saturn's direct motion in Pisces is going to bring a sense of clarity. This is what I've been referring to. When it comes to a stop, okay, when it stations, clarity will happen again with the forward motion. You might find yourself understanding the position that a person was coming from a little bit more. Maybe becoming a little more disciplined in your spiritual practice now that Saturn is going to be direct. It's going to ask us to bring structure to everything that we have learned, everything that we've reviewed, including our emotional lives. Pisces is a water sign, and it also involves our spiritual lives. Pisces is moving in between the worlds. But really, what I love is that this energy now is going to ask us, demand of us, to demonstrate compassion. And you can't fake compassion. You've either got it or you don't. Saturn is compassion and deep empathy, which doesn't mean you're being a doormat. This Saturn coming direct is going to ask us to demonstrate where we grew in our spiritual growth enough to genuinely apply compassion to ourselves, to others, to the world, to different situations. Now, Saturn stationing, this is when he stops, can be challenging. Because what you're going to see as it stations, if you really did learn strong enough lessons around setting boundaries, did you learn strong enough lessons around the ability to have more emotional maturity with other people? If you're feeling burdened by the needs of other people and their needs, this is going to be a place where Saturn's going to start showing you. Look for relief and alignment, a clear sense of direction, a clear sense of boundaries and discipline in your life that allows you to be spiritual, will be grounded. Now, following this, excuse me. Gosh, it keeps going back. Hang on. I've had this problem one other time. Here we go. If you're feeling burdened by the needs of others and their needs, be the place where Saturn's going to start showing you. Look for relief, for an alignment, a clear sense of direction, a clear sense of boundaries, and a discipline in your life that allows you to be spiritual, will be grounded. Now, following this, we've got a full moon happening in Taurus. This is conjunct Uranus, okay? So first of all, the full moon is asking us to end something, acknowledge something, make an adjustment, okay? Remembering the full moon is where we pivot and work ourselves away from whatever we've been doing. It's time to start letting go. Uranus is bringing this mix. First of all, shaking the stability of Taurus. You know that Taurus is good stability. And then Uranus throws a lightning bolt into the earth. So something is suddenly changed, or suddenly the instinct will be, I need to seek something that gives me security, right? But you're all about surprise. What finally hits the earth with that lightning bolt when it opens the earth up and you are unearthed a bit? It's highly emotional, highly vulnerable, leaves you feeling a little prickly, but also brings enough surprise to say changes are coming. Change is right around the corner. The full moon, all the lights are on. Uranus might be giving you a really different look at old emotional patterns, behaviors, and beliefs that you're still bringing to the table. And under the Taurus energy, is going to keep its hands on it no matter what. And Uranus is going, Taurus, open your hands so you're able to let it go and detach. It's not serving you anymore. Now, there are choices, of course. You can make the choice to dig in your heels and refuse to walk with the universe. Instead, make them drag you. They might be considered a more challenging interpretation. What I consider to be a comfort zone, even if it's killing me, is to seek relief, seek alignment, okay? Stagnant energy is just being moved out because it's not about the world's greatest good. It's about the greatest good and being in alignment. And when your vibe is on the universe, it's going to be in alignment as well as you're going to be in alignment. So consider that. On Saturday, we have the moon, first of all, going into the position of Gemini. And then we've got several aspects today that are pretty important. The moon moves into Gemini early in the day. As it moves, first of all, we have to know that it's moving into an air sign. So you may have to think about how you're going to feel before you feel how you feel. That's typically how an air energy is processed, but it is social. So the full moon is over, and you want to talk about what's going on. What did you learn that wasn't intense full moon, You're sharing a bit of information. So where there can be this mental restlessness that is just natural for a Gemini energy, there's also a curiosity. What happened? What was that? Why was I so indecisive? Am I still indecisive about something? And you're willing to engage and be more stimulated and stay really curious now. Now we're going to see Venus coming into a square with the nodes. Now, whenever the nodes are getting engaged, I think it's really important to pay attention because it's a destiny meetup. And sometimes it's very quiet, especially when Venus gets involved. Now, as Venus squares, it may still be a challenging aspect and can be a hard day for, I think it can be, because it puts you in a position that you have to have that intense conversation about what are my values? What are my financial goals? What are my romantic goals? What are my partnership goals? Where am I at with my self-esteem? These are going to be tough. They get brought to the table and they are at a critical peak at this time to be answered. Because as Venus is traveling in that vibration of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, Saturn doesn't mince words. It's going to be in a life with moving towards purpose, or I'm not. And I need to reevaluate the connection. I need to reevaluate the commitment. Now, to the negative side, creating confusion in relationships or around finances again. If you're clinging to the old idea of what this needs to be and what it needs to look like, that's not going to be helpful at all. It's going to hinder you and make it more complicated for you to make a decision about what you need to do going forward. Seek alignment, clarify what you mean, clarify what your goal is, clarify what's important to you. If you're having a little difficulty and need a little bit of extra help for that, the sun is going to come into an opposition with Uranus. Now, this opposition, two planets are pulling at each other, and that makes it tight. There's tension there. It's another aspect. You want to find the sweet spot, that place right in the middle where you can find some cooperation, where you can give and take. Do you want freedom, but you also want some surprise? I want something a little different. There's quite a dichotomy here between Scorpio and Taurus energy. There are hidden desires and things that need to be talked about, even things that are just hidden because they were unconscious to you at the time this is going on. They're being revealed now. What we want from the opposition is to integrate them where both sides are correct. So, where can both sides work? Where can you get them to work together? Look at the areas of your life that you want more freedom. Uranus in Taurus. You're like, I gotta have more freedom here, and be willing to tell that deep, yucky truth about what that is that I don't like in our sex life. What I don't like about my body. I'm afraid of my finances. I love my finances and I want more freedom. What is the Scorpion truth that maybe you've not really been wanting to say? It's not going to burn your life down. Just brings it to the surface. And then Uranus is going, oh yeah, I've been trying to tell you that's an old pattern. We don't need it anymore. I don't want that. Let's create some freedom. And the integration of both of these sides will relieve that struggle. Sunday, we're going to see that the moon is going to shift. So first there will be a void. The void starts at 9:08 p.m. all the way till 1:49 a.m. on Monday. So I'm telling you, when voids are in process, there's nothing to reflect on. The moon doesn't reflect back. That can play in a head game with people. It can be the ideal time to process, to let things go, to let them be down, to finish up something. Don't start anything or it will crumble. Be cautious. The head game can kick in. It's not going to be okay. Danger, danger, fear, paranoia can kick in. So if you know somebody that has those mental health issues, you might want to talk to them about it. Okay, if you're working during this time frame, be aware. Do your best not to start anything. You're going to repeat it if you do. That's it. Now, did that make any sense to anybody? Did it make sense to you, Stephanie?
Yeah, especially the Saturn and Pisces. That's me. My Saturn is in Pisces. So
Oh.
yeah, it's been intense.
You've been having a Saturn return then.
Yeah.
Wow, that is intense.
I can't wait for it to end. It's literally like the welcome to adulthood. Like I wish that they would talk about this in grade school or in like high school,
Oh yeah, boy, do I wish I'd known a lot of this a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Boy, my life would have been a whole lot different. Boy.
Yeah.
So and if you were hearing it and it felt like gobbledygook, that's okay. That just means you're new to it. And that's how it happens. If you continue to come back and listen to it or look on YouTube and figure it out, or, if you want to come see me, I can help you figure it out. Um, it's if you apply it to your life, things get easier.
Yeah. I could imagine. It's so crazy how every week that you do this, I'm kind of like, dang, like I didn't know just how real like the astrology is, you know? Like I
Oh,
believe,
yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
yeah, and even like when you mentioned something along the lines of like the governments being like kind of reorganizing, and I think, wow, what a time right
Oh,
after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some things are scary right now. We'll see what happens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All we can do is deal with what's here. All right. So, shall we get into some readings here? Let me see it. Heike's back. Heike would love a reading. Okay. Let me pin that. Kim B, do you want a reading? Janine wants a reading.
I'm going to go to the restroom right before we get started. I'll be right back.
Cheryl Walton, I'm going to put you down for a reading. Tell me if you don't want one. Tina Tops. I think I've got all the other ones. Vladimir, Jimmy John. Yeah, I think I've got them all now. Okay, yeah, Kim, you wanted a reading. All right. So, yeah, doesn't that stuff resonate with you? I mean, as you learn to understand it, then what? Ancestor, oh, Janine. Okay. It helps you if you do your chart and you can look at your chart with all of this, it will help you navigate it because it'll be different for everybody. Okay. You have to look at your natal chart. You have to know where your planets are. On top of that, you have to know where the houses are. Each house represents something different in your life. And those houses are applied to whatever sign it is for you. It's different for everyone. Okay. So, anyway, that's it for astrology. Let's get going here. All right. Let me see. Pinned messages. Who did you already do?
Jimmy. I already read for Jimmy Johnson, I think.
All right. Vladimir, you're top on the list. Are you here? Vladimir, are you here?
And also Anissa, are you still here? I can read her next after Vladimir.
Vladimir.
All right, guys, now is the time. If you guys want readings, pop in the chat.
Yep. And you got to be here.
And even if you wrote it in before, put it in now because we need to make sure that everyone's still online.
Okay. Vladimir, you're calling once. I calling twice. This is where I said, when you hear your name, you type real fast. Let me know you're here. I do understand there's drag time.
Okay.
That's why I go, okay. Calling twice.
And I will start pulling for Anissa. Anissa, did you want a general or you wanted a love reading? I'm pretty sure. You wanted love.
Kimby, you're on the list. Janine, you're on the list. It helps to just wait. Don't put your questions in or any of that. Vladimir's finally here. Okay. Vladimir, remember I said I need your sign, and what are you looking for? A general? Let me see what I had here. I don't have anything there. Okay. All right, type real fast. What is it that you want? I will start with the greatest and highest good. Angels, we're talking to Vladimir. You're a Leo. Okay. And for his greatest and highest good, what can you tell me? Vladimir. Greatest and highest good.
And he would like career.
Okay. Vladimir wanted career. Okay, well, what this is telling me here is that you are all up in your head overthinking something. Vladimir's career. Angels, he wants to know about his career. You're not feeling very independent or abundant. You're feeling dependent on something. You're feeling stuck. What are you doing for yourself? Have you revamped your resume? Have you put it out there? Are you networking? Whoa. Because what they're telling me is you have options here. A lot of options. You have so many options, you're going to have trouble keeping them straight. But of course, you have to do some of the work. It's not just going to come knocking on your door. God, do I wish that would happen. Yeah, you are feeling dead stuck. You've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. You're at a dead stop. You started. Okay, well, that's good. That's a step forward. Exactly. You don't want to just take anything. Because then in 6 months, you're going to go, this doesn't work. Vladimir's career, angels. Anything else you want to tell me? Can you tell me about this career, please? Is there anything else you want to give me about Vladimir's career? Nope, I'm getting that's it for me. Go ahead, Stephanie. What have you got?
I was actually pulling for Anissa.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Then Vladimir, that's all I've got. You're overthinking it, number one. Number two, I see where you feel very stuck, very dependent, not abundant. And they're saying, you've got to do some networking. Okay. All right. You're doing a niece.
Yes, for Anissa. And then I can pull Vladimir, if you would like me to do a reading on you, just put it in the chat and then I could pull later. So for Anissa, a love reading for you. Right now, your guides are encouraging you to really focus on your own healing and your own health because it looks like you're actually coming out of a very heartbreaking time. So I'm not sure if you like just recently got out of a relationship or if you still have some pain that's lingering from a prior relationship. But with this pain, it's something that has to be worked through. So you're being encouraged to really ground yourself and take this time right now in front of you and focus on your own healing because you have been manifesting love, and that manifestation, this is the manifestation of love that you're asking for. And it is coming in, and it looks like it's coming in quickly. But the only problem is that you're just very guarded. Like you don't really trust love. Like, so when it does, if it were to come in right now, you would probably like run for the hills or just kind of like dismiss it out of fear. So that's really why right now they're encouraging you to overcome the prior heartbreak that you went through. But you do have love that's coming in. It feels like it's coming in pretty quickly. But when it comes to this, just make sure that you really do the emotional work because it's not a matter of hours passing on the clock that brings it in. It's the evolution like within that you acquire.
Okay.
Let me know if that resonates, Anissa.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start with Heike while you finish up.
Yeah, and then I'll pull some for Vladimir.
Heike, are you here? Hi, Hannah. Do you want a reading? I'm assuming you do. Let me know. Okay. Heike, are you here? Heike kawaii. Heike, Heike. Oh, I'm sorry. That is hard. But she's with you. You've got to know that. You know, she's not gone. She just, energy never leaves. It's always there. Okay, Heike. It just changes form. So she's not in the human form, but she is with you. Okay, I saw that, Heike. All right, Anissa. So talk to her. She's right there. All right. And I wish you well on that. All right. Heike, Heike. Angels, we're talking to Heike Kauai for the greatest and highest good. What can you tell me, please? Greatest and highest good. Do you work with a lot of people? Because I see that you work well with people. Heike, they're saying take that leap, take a jump. Something's going on that is asking you to make a change, and they're saying make it. You work at Amazon. God bless you. I know a lot of people that work there. Okay. Well, if you're being offered something new or different, now this doesn't, I'm not doing a specific career reading or love reading, but I've got this card, which is all about taking that leap of faith. So if you're offered something, do it. All right. Whether it be at work or at home. Heike. Didn't I just read you last week, Heike? I know I did. This is real familiar energy. Yeah, they're saying we've been through this before. And what they're saying is that you're overthinking something. So I'm going to tell all of you, having a reading every week is not good. The energy just doesn't change that fast. I would say no more than once a month at the most. Otherwise, like I said, I get a couple cards, but that's it, because we told you all about it before. Yeah, you're laughing because you know I'm right. So we're gonna move on. Who are you doing?
Vladimir.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Was he in between jobs? Was he going to get a new career? Oh, let me see. I did apply to a few, but want to make sure I find the one that actually makes sense. Cool. Okay. So this is what's really cool. So Bonnie, when you read him, you were reading like everything like current that he's going through right now. And this is how you feel, Vladimir. you just feel like I'm done. Like shit just sucks. Well,
He's stuck. He feels so stuck.
Yeah, and it's cool because I'm getting the continuation of, all right, now the light at the end of the tunnel is going to look like this. So all that stuff that you went through, that's being cleared out. Like that's what you're working through right now. So it kind of, you feel like you're just overloaded because you just kind of like went through hell and back in a sense. It's like you were in that cocoon and you're now barely going to start breaking out and becoming the butterfly. Like you're going to start getting your wings, but it's a painful process to get there. But it feels like it's close. It doesn't feel like you're going to have to go through this for a while. And you're going to be really happy. So this is literally your rainbow, like at the end of that dark tunnel that you went through. And when it comes to career, they are really advising you, one, to communicate. So I'm not sure if you are like a bit more passive or you don't really like to speak up too much, but they're really encouraging you. Like you need to be strategic. You really need to communicate like clearly and quickly. But at the same time, you don't want to make a decision that's too rash. Like you want to make sure that you are very clear about what career you take. So like definitely think it through, but really communicate and ground yourself because your emotional world is just really chaotic and you might feel a little overwhelmed when you're getting these opportunities presented to you, but don't worry because you have your angels who really are supporting you. So the more grounded you are, the more they can come in and help because your emotional world will be balanced. So it'll just be easier. But good luck, Vladimir. I hope you pick the greatest one. Yeah, and really think it through. Ask your angels. If you don't know and you don't know how to get signs, you could just say like, "Hey, could you give me a sign of this for this?" And sometimes it's clear, sometimes they give their own unique signs, but play around with it and see how you could receive that communication.
Exactly. I know I get signs through numbers. So I always say, okay, am I on the right track? Is this the right decision? And they will throw a huge repeating number at me.
Wow. I love that.
Mm-hmm. So ask them. And when I'm making a huge decision, I will throw it out there and make it really specific. And you can do this, they will do it. I say, okay, if this is the right decision, I want to see an orange Mustang turn in front of me within a week. And by God, it's happened.
Yeah, that's so cool, isn't it? I do that too, and I'll pick something so random. Like I'll be like, I want a pink car, because there's no pink, and I'll see one. I'm like, yes. And you guys can all do that. You guys can all do that. Like, you don't have to be psychic to get that communication. It's the world that we live in.
Well, bottom line, you are all psychic. You all have intuition, okay? And it's just a little tiny muscle called the pineal gland. And if you work on it and work on it, it gets better and easier and more open. Yeah. So, you know, talk to your team. You all have a whole team of guides and guardian angels and gatekeepers and all kinds. Just talk to them and they will talk back at you. You just got to figure out how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't even have to know who they are, what their names are. I don't know what, I know a couple names on my team, but I just trust it because it always works out in the end.
I've almost given up on names, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because some of them are probably from other lives where it's like, if you have the name,
and
it wouldn't
they come
resonate.
and go depending on what your needs are, you know?
Yeah.
If you need somebody for business, they're going to get somebody that's really good at business. But pay attention. If you're seeing repeating numbers, like for years, and I say years, I would see 1111. Okay.
Wow.
Constantly. It took me forever to wake up and go, duh, you know, they want you back in this realm.
Wow.
So,
when did you start seeing that? Like, how many years ago?
Oh my God. Well, see, I think I've told you my story where I was getting these huge in color visions that were so accurate, usually about birthing babies. Then I got some about death, and the death scared me. This was before I was even a nurse. My first experience was an out-of-body experience. That's what started me.
Wow.
But then when I got this vision, and I didn't act on it because I didn't know how to act on it, and I didn't know who it was. I was only given the picture that there was a car in a garage, and it was running, and somebody was in the car. And that day when I came home, my neighbor had committed suicide. Now, that really threw me for a loop, that one.
Yeah.
And that was before I had done all this death work. But it threw me. And I was like, nope, I don't need this. I don't want this. It felt like such a huge responsibility.
Wow.
So yeah, it made me go off. Now, throughout the years, since that happened way, way back, throughout the years, I've kind of, trickled in it, so to speak. But then, how long ago? Maybe a decade ago is when I started seeing those numbers again. And it took a long time for me to go, oh, duh. So, and that's why I use the 1111 in my business, and it's on my license plate, and it means something, and I see it a lot.
Wow.
So, okay, let's see who's next here. La 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 la.
Mars.
Huh?
Mars.
I don't even have them on the list. Did they just come in?
Oh, yeah, they just popped up. Yeah, let's go with your list.
Okay. Mars, I'll put you on the list. Okay. Okay, who's next on the list? Sean, are you here? Sean, Sherry. I've already done that. Sean, Sherry, and Cheryl. Are you here? They're the next three on the list. Sean, Sherry, Cheryl. That's pretty interesting. There are no coincidences.
There's Sean.
I'd know if I'd change. I have to change screens every time. Okay, Sean's here. Sean. Angels, we're talking to Sean for her greatest and highest good. Pretty sure you told me, sure. What can you tell me? What do I need to know about Sean? Greatest and highest good. Thank you. I've read Sean a lot. Sean. I read Sean last week, I think. Sean, did I read you this past Wednesday? Or not Wednesday, the week ago Wednesday? May I have Sean's energy? I'm not getting anything, Sean. Oh, I lied. Here comes a card. Are you having a tough time right now?
I'm getting that too.
Kind of feeling hopeless almost. Stuck. Dependent. Okay, I got your energy. Wow. Yeah. Feeling super burdened, hopeless. I see that things are going to change, though. May I have another card to clarify that, please? Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides, for your guidance. How is it going to change? How's it going to grow? Okay, so maybe last time we said change something up. If you're not happy with what you're getting, you got to change something. And it's saying that you changed something and that's going to grow. So things are going to change. Anything else for Sean, please? Forgive yourself. I don't know for what. I don't need to know for what. And I don't remember what sign you are, Sean. I
have some information for if you're not getting too much, because mine is really brief too, because it's just like a kind of like a venture for him.
I got the Judgment, so you know you need to do some forgiving, probably of yourself. You're Capricorn. Okay. I don't have a Capricorn card. I'll leave it at that. I think you need to do some forgiving of yourself, but know that things are going to change. Go ahead, Steph.
So, Sean, I'm getting that you are going through It kind of feels, I don't want to say an ego death. It just kind of feels more of like you're going to discover your identity. Like you're coming into your authentic self more. So you feel like you're lost. Like there's a lot of yourself that you are unhappy with. But this is actually a really good thing because this needs to happen. Like the old you kind of needs to get broken down so this new you can emerge. So if you're just really questioning everything and maybe you feel like you're changing and now you're drawn to different things, and it's making you feel lost and confused, your guides are saying, yes, get lost, like go down the rabbit hole. You are enough. So don't beat yourself up for this because this is all really aligned. Hold on. I'll leave for here. This is all really aligned, but you're really just clearing out the old version of you. I'm so sorry. You're just really clearing out the old version of you and you are rebuilding a new one. So you're kind of going to start
There you go.
sculpting.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And you're going to start like sculpting your own identity. So if you feel like I'm more drawn to this, but the old me wasn't, that's fine because this is a total new you. So you're going to come out of this like just very creative and bright and different. Like you have so much life that's in you. So yeah, this is not all just for nothing. This is actually really, really good.
Aren't you, if I'm getting the feeling that you're male, but you're transgender
Yes.
male, and excuse me, American guy, you didn't guess that. That was your intuition. Hi, Tina. Okay, go ahead. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I just seen that Sean just confirmed what you put. That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, they're saying that this feels really difficult, but this is what you need to do. Like this is the new you. It's like you're literally going to gain your wings out of this and you're just going to feel just so like just liberation really. Oh God, that's so beautiful. You should cry because anytime you guys don't cry, I feel it, but that's cute.
Yeah, I feel that too. Wow. American guy, you're on the list. Princess Egypt. Who else did? Tina. Hannah's left. Tina on the list. Princess Egypt. Okay. Yes. All right, Sean. Hang in there. Okay?
Yeah.
Sherry and Cheryl. Sherry and Cheryl. Are you here? I called you earlier and I didn't see you come in. Sherry or Cheryl? Sherry's here. Okay. Very good. Sherry, give me your sign and what you want. Love reading, career reading, general reading. Angels, we're talking to Sherry. All right. This feels familiar too. I've read you before. Love reading, you're Cancer. I knew I'd seen that. I was like, I didn't pin it correctly. Angels, she wants a love reading. Sherry, what can you tell me about her love life? The greatest and nice God. Love for Sherry. Love for Sherry, please. Are you kind of in conflict as to whether you want to go out in the love world or not? Like, I want to stick my toe in the water kind of thing, but I'm not sure I want to step out the door. Angels, Sherry. What can you tell me about Sherry and the love? Love life for Sherry. Okay, I read you before, is what you're saying. There's quite a lag time here. Whoops. Yeah, but you've got some passion, girl. You do want to go out. Okay. You're going to. There's somebody coming towards you. Whoa. It's going to be a big change, though. Can you give me more information, please? Thank you, Angels. Sherry's love life, please. There's some decision, Sherry, that you're supposed to be making and you're avoiding it. You don't feel like, you don't feel like you have all the information that you want to have in order to make this decision, but you never will. So you've been avoiding it. You're going to have to make that. Whoa. See, I see you going out. Independent, abundant, confident. They're saying you need to use your intuition more. Okay. I'm not getting anything else, so I'm going to let Stephanie take over.
Okay. What I see, Sherry, is that you did like a lot of deep work on yourself, and it gave you a new perspective on love, that you've really raised like your standards for love, where like you're not just seeking just like a surface level companionship dynamic. You want something like mind, body, soul. You want this really deep love. And now that you've gained this new perspective and you've done a lot of work on yourself, you're starting to move forward. Like that journey is now starting to unfold. And this is you right here. She's beautiful. Did you get this card, Bonnie? The Nine of Pentacles?
I did.
Yeah. When you were saying she's abundant, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah. This is you. You're beautiful. You're abundant. You're the whole package, and you're really going to be somebody's wish fulfillment. Like you're going to be like the partner who you end up meeting. They're literally going to see you as like, oh my God, she checks every single box. And that's because you've built yourself up to that. You put so much work into yourself. And now it's time for the love to come in.
She's a Cancer.
Yeah, there's a part towards the end of the reading. I should have stopped there, but I'm like, I want to know what's next. And I started pulling more, and I honestly kind of got confused, because I'm like, all right, I'm not really sure how to read this, because it almost does feel like there's something that you need to walk away from. So I'm not sure. Are you like is a piece of you still maybe like clinging on, like energetically clinging on to an ex or a past lover? Is there like a kind of part of you that's like, oh, but what if past? Did you get something along those lines, Bonnie?
Yeah. I think I got that last time I read her, because it feels really familiar.
Because because what I'm feeling like, it's like that love is on track, like that's unfolding, but it feels like there's still a little string that needs to be released. Like you're at the very end of the cycle, but you're not completely there yet because you're still.
Oh, she says no.
Okay, let me see.
Wait, you're right. I do. I don't know.
Oh, like I think she meant like she did the work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. But no, there's nothing in the past holding her back. There's something then. You've got kids, you talk to your kid's father. So maybe there's that connection you can't cut. You can spiritually cut it though. Spiritually, you can ask Archangel Michael to cut that cord so that there's feeling. I don't know, maybe there isn't now anyway, but if she's seeing one little string, that could be it.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Oh, nope. Sorry. Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Part of you feels like this isn't going to come in. Part of you feels like the reality that you've been living in, where it's like you just don't have this fulfillment and love. There's a piece of you that still doesn't believe that it's going to come in. It's like you're almost there, but there's still that fragment that's like, oh, but I don't really know. I don't really know if all my hard work paid off or if it was for nothing. But when you release that, that's going to be like the tower. Like that's going to allow everything to come in.
And I got a tower.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So because this is literally this whole like, not event, but chapter that you've been through, this was all destiny. Like this was just such a destiny moment. And once you walk away from that like doubt of, I don't think it could come in, that's going to be when your whole old reality kind of crumbles. And then boom, you get forward movement because all your hard work paid off.
And didn't I say in astrology how we're all going towards the destiny this week?
Wow. You're right, it's been forever. Does that resonate with you, Sherry?
So it's right there.
Yeah. So be happy, like love yourself so much, really embrace this new
into being. Think of yourself as, I'm in this relationship. This is how it feels. It's happening right now. Yeah. Not like, is it ever going to happen?
Yeah, listen to Joe Dispenza. Just watch some of him on YouTube or, and that'll help you get in that energy Bonnie's talking about.
Yes, the affirmations. Gee, I think I got a book on that. Have you ever seen this book? Have you ever? Let's see. Let's see. Who wrote that book? Oh, yeah. It was this guy. That's Don. And here's the book. So if you want to get the book, you just scan that code. It'll take you. Or you can just put his full name into Amazon and it'll pull it right up. Aww. There aren't many Rumor Riveras around. So anyway, sorry, got off a little.
Oh, she just got the book.
Yay! Yay! Good. Well, read it. It's all about affirmations. Sleeping on it doesn't work. You do have to read it. Yeah. I think the only place carrying it besides him is Amazon. So it's easy to get something up on Amazon like that. So that's That's why you see that a lot. Okay, so let me go see who's next. You're done. Cheryl, are you here? Cheryl, Kim, and Janine. Cheryl, Kim, and Janine. Let's go to the all comments. Cheryl, Kimby, and Janine. And while we're doing that, I'm going to answer a question for somebody that I know. You're welcome. Angel Spirit Guides. Princess Egypt, the answer to your question is yes. Okay, Janine's here, Kim's here. Haven't seen Cheryl. So, Kim, you were next on the list, and you're a Scorpio. You won general reading. I love it when they put it all in there, you know?
Yeah. And if any of you guys want a reading, but you've already put it in the chat, just drop it in again so you're back.
Yeah. Sometimes the chat gets so big that it's like the Wheel of Fortune trying to find something. All right, angels, I am talking to Kim B. And what can you tell me for her greatest and highest good, please, Kim B? Thank you, angel spirit guides, for your guidance. Talking to Kim B. Kim B. Talking to other people's easy for you, they're saying. You're good in groups. Is that true? I want to make sure I'm hearing the right thing. Whoops. You're very much a leader. Very much a leader. Are you like, as Gerald says, the fickle finger of fate? What? You are like that, huh? Okay. What is it that you are fighting with yourself on? There's something that you're fighting. Kim B, are you married? You could talk to anybody. You find people interesting. Well, that was the first card that came out. The second one was about being a leader. And then I had this thing, they're saying you're fighting with yourself over something. And oh, gotcha. I hear you. All right. So, are you married? Yes or no? You are not. Well, you've got new love coming, sweetie. What is it you're fighting about in your head? Something. Give me more on that, angels, please. Ooh. Okay. Well, like I said, you've got new love coming, and then there's going to be a celebration of love. And then there's going to be some success in your life. Now, that success could be about the love, it could be about something else. You're not fighting about something in your head. Is there something you've been thinking about? You have a lot of decisions to make. Okay. So you have a lot going on. What else can you tell me? For Kimby, please. One more card. Last card for Kimby. Last card for Kimby. Last card for Kimby. Oof. Okay. This new love is moving very slow. Okay. Now, what is this telling me? It tells me that this person's very methodical, likely a Virgo, or yeah, Virgo is what it comes down to. It's part of your fate and destiny. You are the Queen of Pentacles, sweetie. So present yourself like a queen. You've got it together. You have wisdom. You have knowledge. You've got independence, confidence. That's how to present. Stephanie, it's your turn.
I actually pulled for Janine for the sake of time.
Oh, are we running low on time? I guess.
I mean, we can, if you want to stay on later, I can stay on later.
Sure. Yeah.
If you want to extend it for, I think, like another hour.
Well, we can just go until we're done, or yeah, probably no more than an hour because I really get fatigued.
Okay. Yeah, Kim, I pulled a couple cards for Kim, but I just didn't feel much energy there. Like I couldn't get much, so I was just like, oh, I'm gonna push to someone else. So Kim, if you would like another reading, just if you could like really like open yourself up as much as you can, and then drop back in the chat, and I could do one for you. For Janine, what I'm getting is you have also been through it. You're just coming out of you're going to come out of this period. You're not going to go through the hard times anymore. Like as bad as it's gotten, it will not get any worse than this. It's just going to go up from here. You have this feeling like you have to do it alone, and it could be because you've just been very left out. Like left out is what I'm hearing. So maybe in this when you were going through a really hard time, you didn't have people that are supporting you, but you are going to have options. You're going to have so many options. You're going to have choices that you can make. So just know that you're not just going to have only one door that you must walk through. You're going to get opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. But this is going to be in divine timing, and it's going to be a new beginning. So you are really going to come into a more peaceful time of life where you're going to be supported. And what your guides are encouraging you is to let the past go. So all the hard feelings that you've, endured during this period that you've been in, don't hold on to those. Let them go. Learn the lessons that you need to learn from them, because these hard times are not going to be present in this new chapter that you're going into.
Okay, Janine.
Let me know if that resonates, Janine.
Did she have a particular reading she wanted or not?
I don't know. I just
okay.
pulled.
You just pulled. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
I don't know what your sign is, Janine. Hang on. Get to the bottom here. There we are. have you had problems sleeping lately? Oh, you were looking for an ancestor message, huh? Well, they'll be talking to them. Angels, do you have any messages from her ancestors? Whoa. Success is coming. Do you have anything from ancestors, please? Don't worry about planning something. I'm trying to get. Do you have a problem planning ahead? Do you just kind of go by the seat of your pants? They're not giving me a lot. They're telling me there's success coming. I do. You go by the seat of your pants. Okay. Well, they're saying to work hard. There's success coming. And they're saying that, I don't know if you've gone back to school or if you're working and learning at work, but there's something about that. They didn't really give me any sort of clear message from an ancestor. So I'm sorry we couldn't get that. Maybe next time. Okay.
But when we do readings, Janine, we connect with your spirit team, which are, your angels, your guides, your ancestors. So that's how we get that information. So as long as it resonates with you, then it's there for you.
Mm-hmm. So if there was a message that your spirit team wanted to give you from an ancestor, you'd get it from what we're saying. Okay, next on the list.
Sure. I actually pulled for Pam Bear.
Pam who?
Pam Bear. Pam Bear.
Oh, she must be new here.
I felt drawn to Pam.
I didn't even see her. Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I see her there. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Pam, what I'm getting for you is you are really coming in, not even coming in, you came in to this new version of you, one who's just very, it's like you got your crown, like you gained your crown. You're really a higher level version of yourself. And this is coming from how you got here is you decided to cut things out of your life that were not serving you anymore. You had just like some ties that they were not feeding you. They were actually draining you. And then you gained this awareness and you kind of seen it like, you know what, this stuff isn't good for me. And you cut them, removed it from your life. And that's what brought you into this new chapter, like this new version of you. So you're just so beautiful and glowing, and you really have all eyes on you. You're an inspiration, a muse. Like, this is God, like, this is so beautiful. And because you let go of everything from the past, now you're moving into a lot like a more calming time in your life. And you are going to have forward movement. They're not giving me much insight at all as to what is to come, because the main purpose of this message is to let you know, like, you are here, you are right where you need to be. Keep focusing on you, be all that you are, like really, really, like, show yourself to the world. Don't hide yourself at all, because you're just glowing. I literally have like 5 cards that are just saying like, she is it, like, she's great. And you're gonna have like collaborations. So I got to be honest, it's vague, but I see that you're going to be working towards some goals that you want. And this is something that you have vision on. So this might be something, is it newer? Let me see. You're going to have help. So I'm not sure if this is it kind of feels like it's in career. It kind of feels like it's purpose driven. You're going to get teamwork and help. And you might even be a little bit like in your head thinking that you're going to have to do all this alone, because you did come out of like a more challenging time, but you're not. Like, you're going to get the help. Things are going to be easier. You just keep focusing on you, love yourself. And yeah, this is really great for you. Let me know if that resonates. Okay. And guys, I'm just going to pull on who I feel called to. So again, just drop in the chat. Okay, Live Jesus. I feel drawn to you. You want a love reading. Are you still here? Oh, hi, Angie. Oh, you're welcome, Pam. Did that resonate with you, Pam? Okay. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, who are you doing now?
I just read Pam Bear. Now I'm pulling for Live Jesus. I'm going to give her a love reading.
Live Jesus. La, 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 la. Not even on the
So it feels like right now you have a lot going on in your life, like a lot that needs to be worked on. You have a lot that needs to be worked on. However, the action isn't being taken. So your guides are telling you to really start moving your life forward and start taking action on what it is that you want. And this, to be quite honest, this kind of feels like more, it feels like more of your home life. So you do have love that's coming in, but right now you really want to focus on this and make sure that your life is in order and that you are not neglecting certain things and just kind of like waiting for love as like an escape in a sense. So they're saying like today's a day, start working towards your goals. Like, you can do hard things. It's not impossible. When it comes to love, you do feel a bit guarded. You feel a bit guarded, and I honestly kind of feel like as if it's because you might not be the happiest with what is going on, like in your home life.
If you are.
So the reason why they're wanting you to start cultivating that area of your life and start growing that is because you are going to feel more of a sense of empowerment when you start to see yourself like at a higher level. You're going to feel better and you'll be more accepting of the love. But you have a love that's really good and really stable that's coming in. You have this Two of Cups, but yeah, really, really focus on your home life right now. Is that resonating with you? Do you have any questions on that?
No. I'll take you downstairs. We're going to go downstairs. Go lay down. Okay, thank you. Well, okay. Tina Tops, Hannah Erickson, are you either one here? And then there's American guy. Let's see who's. Did Angie? Hey, Ange. Happy Sunday, sweetie. Okay. Tina's here. Tina, did you want a reading? I've got you down as wanting a general. Okay. No, Tina Tops is who I call. Uh-huh. Okay. What's your sign, sweetheart? You wanted a general. Angels, I'm talking to Tina Tops here. Angie, did you want to be down for a reading? Would you like a love reading? Angie loves. In fact, when we're done, if you still have readings that you want, especially about love, stick around. Angie's going to be on.
Oh, is Angie hopping on Sunday?
Yes, she's usually comes on for a couple of, usually with Sherry Berry.
Okay.
I don't know what the plan is, but
And I'll pull on Mars when you're done.
okay, you do Mars. I'm Tina Tops, Angels and Spirit Guides. You said you were a Taurus. There's your card. Okay. Do you use your intuition very much? Because they're telling me you might not. You need to make sure your boundaries are there. Okay. If you heard the astrology, remember it was saying make sure your boundaries are in the ground. They're saying yours are not. Hearing. Manifesting. Tina, have you been manifesting? No, never mind. That was your card. Are you looking for love? Well, I think you seem to be very emotionally mature, wise, beyond your years. But you need to get some rest, they're saying. No, I'm sorry. They're saying that you have been resting. Okay. Last card for Tina Tops here. There's some decision you need to make. You don't want to make it though. It's a similar, somebody else earlier was like that. Like, no, I don't want to do that. You're going to need to get that done this week. You might want to manifest. They're saying you're good at it. Whoa. There's something that you need to walk away from. I hope some of this is resonating. I haven't seen a thing here. Something you need to take action on. I think, okay, that's that decision. You've got a decision to make that you need to take action on that. And there's something that you're feeling a decision regarding your career. Okay. Yeah, they're saying that you need to make a decision. Do you have a Cancer in your life? Do you have a Cancer in your life? I'm going to stop. I've done enough. I've got signs. Okay, first of all, there's something you need to walk away from. I don't know what that is, but I also have cards that would represent a Cancer in your life. If you don't, then you will. All right, go ahead, Stephanie.
Okay, so I have for Mars. What I'm seeing is that you are currently closing a door to like your old. You also like it feels very collective because a lot of people have gotten this similar message that you're closing a door to like that old chapter of your life and you're walking away from it. And like currently you are left with some of that mental baggage of like, you know, processing everything that you went through. So just work through that. And if it kind of feels like, wow, like this is so much, like I want to avoid it and push it away, don't. Like really sit through it and work through it, because when you work through it, it is going to push you into this next new chapter of your life. And it's going to be really quick. And I have the Lovers that's coming out, and when I pull to clarify it, I'm getting I have like the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. So it looks like you are going to have some new romance that's coming into your life. This is someone who is very passionate and someone who is communicative as well. They might not be like too open like with communication, like they might not be too advanced with it. So just kind of really give them grace and be more gentle when it comes to that. So kind of like dial into the way that they communicate, so that way you're not like dismissing them. I hope that makes sense. But this is going to be really good for you because it's going to bring a lot of happiness right here with the Three of Cups celebration.
Yeah, Two of Cups.
And you are very intuitive. Like your intuition is heightening even more. So just kind of tune into that. And again, just clarifying, this is love that's coming in. Like you're going to have like a heart awakening. Like your heart's just going to be more expansive.
Mars, beauty, like Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna. Is Hannah Erickson, American Guy, and then Tina Shelton? Are any of you here? I know Tina Shelton is because she chimed in not too long ago. But American Guy, and I don't remember the first one I said. Hannah Erickson. If you're here, let me know or I'm going to move on. American Guy. Okay, American Guy. It's your birthdays this month. Happy birthday. You want to know what's in store for this year? Well, I'll see what they want to tell you. Angels, I'm talking to American Guy. American Guy. American Guy. American Guy. It's the birthday month. It's the birthday month. Are you Scorpio or Sagittarius, honey? Birthday month. What can you tell me for the greatest and highest good for American Guy? Greatest and highest. Sagittarius. Okay. What day? Don't tell me year, just tell me the day. I have a reason for asking. What's going on in the romantic life here? 29? Barely in November. My son is also, although he's a week sooner. What's going on romantically? It looks like something's stuck. You've got a new start coming. A lot of passion too. Ooh, there's fire there. Queen of Wands. Man, she'll get things done. Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides. Are you hesitant in romance? There's something stopped about romance for you, but it's coming. Are you closing up, American Guy? What is this? You've heartbroken before. Well, who hasn't? So you've kind of pushed away from this. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Has it been a while? If you need to work on yourself, you need to get that heart chakra healed. There's something closed. It may be your heart chakra. Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides, for your guidance. Well, you've got a new start in something. Oh. Okay. You're kind of being held. It's like your guides are holding you back. You've got some work to do on yourself, is what they're saying. Yeah, you're the wounded warrior. Kind of like the Energizer Bunny and romance. It's like you take a licking but keep on kicking, you keep on moving, but you've kind of, you're in between at the moment. You've got a new beginning coming. I've got 2 aces here, but your guides have been holding you back until maybe you get a different perspective on it, is what I'm hearing. I hope that helps you. I hope it resonates in some way. All
Are
right.
you, American Guy, are you focusing more on career right now? Like, is your focus more on career than love?
That would be my guess.
Because that's what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah, the love is not. Mm-mm. But he's got 2 aces. He's got a new start coming on something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're really creative right now. Like now is like a really creative time for you. And it is good that you're working on career because they're showing me that it has a potential to grow really fast. Like if you do invest into this and really start to work on your career, you're going to see it just kind of like going up quickly.
I had an ace of wands.
Wow. And I am getting love that's coming in. So I know that you said you've been heartbroken before, but
Love is
with this card right here, what I'm really getting from this is emotions. Like you're going to feel these really deep emotions. And it's going to be, I don't know if you could see the order. This is really good cards. We got the Lovers, the 2 of Cups,
Oh,
the
look
card
at that.
Celebrations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wish I had that.
I know. I want this. Yeah, so you are going to have love that's coming in, and this is going to be a really deep, emotionally fulfilling love. And it's going to be really happy. Like, this is something that's good. It's really positive, and it's going to really bring out the best in you. So I see you just rapidly growing and evolving from this love connection.
I get the sense it's coming from work.
Wow. Okay. And you have this feeling because of your past, you have a feeling like it's impossible. Like you're like, no, like they're not. Kind of like as if you have this like longing of, I want someone to love me and want me so deeply, but you don't really feel like that's possible, but it is. And this person coming in, she or he, they are really going to want you and desire you and love you. So this is going to be good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so work on building your foundation. If it's career that you're working on, keep at it and know that this is to come. Don't let this derail you from what you're doing now. Keep doing what you're doing and this will come in.
Okay. Shortly, this young lady, come on. There we go. Miss A5 says, or Angie is going to come on and she's going to do readings for you. I think she goes on. I mean, supposed to go on with Sherry Berry. But things happen. So I'm assuming since she's in our chat that she's going to be coming on. And, if you don't get your love readings done here, you can go there right away after we're done.
Is Angie really doing love readings?
Oh, she loves them.
What?
Absolutely.
Wait, you're not being sarcastic?
I send all my love readings to Angie.
Wow, Angie, you do love readings now.
She's the Grim Reaper of love.
Wow.
She loves them, right, Angie? She tries to stay away from them. They always find her.
That's so cute. She's so crazy good. I never told you this. Angie gave me a reading back in, I think it was maybe July, and I was like, yeah, my lease is up soon. I'm going to be moving. And she goes, they keep telling me 916, 916. Absolutely no readings. She goes, they keep telling me 916, 916. And I'm like, okay, that's like 2 weeks before my lease is up. Well, coincidentally, I signed the lease to my new place on the 16th. And I didn't realize it until after I did my application. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Angie and I are sisters from different misters.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you got to say, I'm sending you business, sweetie. You know? Are you going to be on today with Sherry?
Does Josh know you're furious? Let's see. Yes, I'm getting yes. I'm getting yes, and that he feels trapped. So he just kind of feels like maybe in like a mental prison by what happened.
Okay. Sherry's been doing a lot of stuff on TikTok lately. I gotta figure out how to do that.
Oh.
All right, let me see. I guess I could do a love reading for Angie. ADHD and my work. I'm not my. I don't. Sherry said yes, so we will be live at around 3 p.m. Huh? Okay. Any readings, especially about love? You can go see her for a career. Okay, let me see. Angie, did you want a reading? I can do a love reading for you, honey. Would you stop? Charlie says hello.
Aww.
Charlie's my dog, for those who don't know. Okay, let's see.
Do you want to see if there's one more, Bonnie, and then call it?
Yeah, I'm good for that too. Tina Shelton's here and she wanted one, so let's do Tina.
Okay.
And then we will be done. Tina Shelton. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Angie wants a reading too. We can't leave until we do.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do Tina. I'm going to start Angie.
Okay.
I've read Tina a lot. Okay.
Tina, what I'm really getting for you is to don't grasp onto life too tightly, but just kind of be more open and free flowing. Just don't try to control the outcomes, because there's so much that's unfolding in your life right now, but it feels like you're wanting to kind of like grab all the puzzle pieces and put them together and figure out exactly what it is. But your guides are wanting you to kind of open yourself up more to the mystery of it and just kind of go with the flow, allow it to be, allow it to go. And anything that does leave your life, don't try to hold on to it. Just let the door close. That's what I'm getting for you, Tina. Let me know if that resonates.
Okay, the only thing I'm getting for you, Angie, is that you've got some options coming.
Hey,
Cool it. Let me see if I can get another card. We've been on for 2.5 hours now. Anything else you can tell me about these? Hey, you got a lot going on. Well, see, I know you too well. You've got a new opportunity coming. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm wiped. For the rest of you asking, no, we're done.
and yeah, so sorry guys, I don't have any energy either. So if I gave readings, it would be so surface level at this point.
Yeah.
Angie, I'm getting that you have love that's coming in. Did you get that, Bonnie? Like, have you been getting that for her recently? And I haven't read for Angie in months.
Angie, I know her too well, so let me take down her QR code. So,
New trucker house or promotion. Yeah, Angie, I'm getting, hold on.
a new truck, a house, or promotion.
You know what? I'm getting the Four of Wands. I'm really feeling the energy of love with this card.
Four of Wands, Angie. Look out. Oh my God. She knows what that means.
And this is the new beginning. So when you pulled, like, there's a new opportunity. You're gonna unlock a new chapter of your life right now. And I'm just getting a lot of I'm getting a lot of twos, like Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So when and when Bonnie, when she was talking about how you're gonna have like many options with the Seven of Cups, I'm getting with the twos, I'm reading it as the options that you're getting. And this is stuff that's coming in, so don't stress yourself out. Just go ahead and rest, because this is stuff that you've been manifesting. You called on this. So it might not only be love, it could be in like so many other areas of your life. But yeah, you have some manifestations that are really coming in. You're hitting a new chapter.
Yay, Angie.
Oh my, he's just waiting to be out of her. I feel that.
Well, he's been dropped, sweetheart. Oh,
and you're gonna have a real tender embrace.
I've told her she's got somebody coming before. She just refuses to believe it. But looky there. See, it wasn't me. Well, thank you, everyone, for showing up. Appreciate it. If you're looking for private readings, the email's been scrolling across there for 2.5 hours. I do have a sale on right now. I probably should have said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's posted on my videos, I think in the description box. And I'm trying to remember what I put out there. I think it's 3 questions for $33.
Nice.
I think I did a 15-minute video for like $44. You'll have to go look it up. Great lot. Oh, thanks, Angie. Glad you were here.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. Appreciate it.
and hope to see you again soon. We will be on next Sunday, same time. Here we
Yeah, same
go.
time.
Here we go. Hang on. I'll see you in a second. Take care. We'll see you all next week.